by Jason, March 14th, 2013. So now I'm going to talk about the origins of ethanol. And first, ethanol has the formula of 2 carbons, 5 hydrogens, 1 oxygen, and 1 hydrogen. And ethanol comes from corn, sugarcane, manioc, and potatoes. I'm going to talk about how ethanol is made. Ethanol is made by putting glucose into barrels and removing the oxygen from those barrels. Bacteria is then added to break down the glucose into 2 molecules of pyruvate, and pyruvate is then converted to ethanol. And after that, a byproduct of the process is 2 molecules of carbon dioxide, and the reaction is facilitated by an enzyme called zymase. And here is the reaction below. Who makes the most ethanol? The United States produces the world's most ethanol, followed by Brazil, China, France, and then Canada. And the top states that produce ethanol are Iowa, Nebraska, and Illinois. And here is a chart that shows the top countries in the world that produce ethanol. And here are the emissions of ethanol. Some pros are that it emits less CO2 by 78%, and ethanol is more efficient, and it has an octane rating of 113. Ethanol is a biodegradable product and does not pollute groundwater. Some of the cons are it's a more intense process to make it. It's a very hard process, and you need a large amount of corn to make ethanol. When you are producing this corn, you use a lot of soil, which you could use for other things. To grow the corn to make ethanol, you need a lot of farm equipment, like a fertilizer, a harvester, and tractors. And another con is that it adds a lot more carbon emissions. And the hazards to human health are ethanol releases a lot of volatile organic compounds and hazardous air pollutants, and they can cause asthma, cancer, obstructive lung disease, chronic bronchitis, farmer's lung, and organic toxic dust syndrome. It also causes water depletion, and ethanol increases the amount of water depletion. 1 bushel of corn makes 3 gallons of ethanol and requires 48 gallons of water, so that's a lot of water. And it also affects the soil quality. And the pros and cons. Some of the pros are that it requires you to recycle the nutrients in the soil, and when you recycle the nutrients in the soil, it makes the soil more fertile. And the cons are that it requires removal of crop residues and increases water erosion and organic carbon sequestration. Thank you for watching, and this is the end of the video.